Our featured speaker today is Sanjay Mirchandani. He occupies the human resources seat in our chapter. On his career journey, he has held previous jobs in sales and marketing, an executive recruiter, and in human resources. He founded his company, Talent HR Solutions, 18 years ago, where he is now the managing director of their corporate office here in Honolulu, with another office that he opened in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. He is a longtime 33-year resident of Honolulu, where he currently resides with his wife, two children, and two cats. His hobbies and interests include tennis, golf, swing dancing, fishing, biking, and financial markets. His keys to success have been in finding that accepting failure as a part of the learning process and trying again until you get it right helped him to get to higher levels. And the importance of listening to others, asking for their feedback, and taking the time to understand each client's objectives, challenges, and goals. May I present our featured speaker today, Sanjay Mirchandani.
Hi, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity for allowing me to share more about Talent HR. Talent HR is basically a professional employer organization, and in our industry, we're known as a PEO, and we were founded in 2003. We started off as a staffing solutions provider, and we started our PEO payroll and HR business in probably one of the worst times in the 2008 financial crisis. And businesses were struggling, and many companies wanted to improve their bottom line, streamline their HR processes, and that's when we started. We partner mostly with small businesses that have 1 to about 50 employees. And I always like to say that our clients are like our extended family. Everyone is a big fish in our pond. We mainly, I don't want to bore everyone, so I'm gonna just sort of try to summarize as best as I can, because in HR, there's so many moving parts. Anyway, we have three main services. One is a PEO platform. So PEO, again, is we're a professional employer organization. And then the other platform that we offer is an ASO. So we act as an administration service organization. And the third part of our business is HR consulting, a la carte, poo-poos, basically. So what a PEO is, the easiest way to explain this is that when we partner with our clients, their employee wages are reported under Talent HR. So we become the employer of record, and we basically handle all of the day-to-day HR administration tasks for our small business owners. On the ASO, for an ASO, it's basically the opposite. The client wages are reported under our client's federal ID number. So we're not the employer of record, but we still perform full service HR services, but it's more, the clients can actually tailor what they want and don't want. Some of the pros of a PEO, they're mainly like 3 benefits. We assume like all of the tax filing, compliance, risk management for our clients. Again, we're the employer of record, so we take like responsibility of having their employees under us. But the employees actually report to our clients. The clients do all of the day-to-day activity. We act as more of a back-end support. One of the benefits for a PEO, because we are part of a larger group, our clients usually have better health insurance rates through our PEO, and also competitive workers' compensation rates as well. Some of the cons for the PEO, there's sometimes less flexibility in choosing benefit providers. Sometimes there's also some potential for unexpected changes in coverage. And then because the PEO, because many clients are under the PEO, sometimes PEOs don't have control over their unemployment rate. For example, like if a PEO has 40% of their business into like hospitality and retail, and due to the pandemic, they laid off a lot of people, that PEO's unemployment rate could skyrocket. The pros of an administrative service organization, we can offer a la carte poo-poo services for the client, so they can kind of pick and choose what they want and what they don't want. And the client retains full control over all HR processes, but we are still a support partner to them. But in the end, they make the final decisions as far as like what they want to do and what they don't want to do. And then they also have more control over their unemployment rate. So sometimes companies that partner with us on an ASO, you know, if some of their people are, you know, if there's high turnover, they're going to have a higher unemployment rate. If there's less turnover, it's only their company that's affected because they're not under like a large group. Some of the cons of an ASO, you know, we as an ASO, they're not part of a large group, so healthcare insurance rates could be high, workers' comp insurance rates can be high, medical insurance rates, etc. And then all of the liability falls on the client in an ASO arrangement. Why do businesses use a PEO? Well, basically, it saves a lot of time for business owners, but one thing that business owners realize after using a PEO is that an HR department is not a revenue generating department. So a lot of times when they outsource HR, they can spend and utilize more time in sales and getting big contracts and just focusing on the business rather than being in the business. I also want to focus on employee retention. It's kind of one of my favorite topics to talk about. You know, for small businesses and medium-sized businesses, etc., it's really a good idea to just take your time with onboarding new employees and not rushing through the process. You know, hiring and training and spending all that time with them can really help with retention and makes them feel like they're, you know, part of your family. Also to supporting a healthy work-life balance is really good. In the past, like, you know, 8 to 5, 9 to 6 schedules were kind of the past, and now millennials are making up majority of the workforce, and they really value work-life balance, such as having flex time, having the ability to work remotely, and just kind of overall a good balance, yeah, for them. Also, for employee retention, it's really great to offer opportunities for advancement. Employees want to feel engaged, and, you know, setting expectations for them will help retain your staff and create like a nice, healthy environment for everyone. Also, employee perks are a good thing to constantly think about. It improves retention, you know, complimentary snacks in the office, paid time off, continuing education for your employees, options to work remote. It all helps. And it also, like, having like a lot of nice team functions can also just create like a form, like it can help your employees feel like they belong to your organization, and it makes it a lot more meaningful. Also, employee appreciation. Just making your employees feel good and presenting, like, you know, a gift card or a thank you card can go a long way, and that definitely helps retention as well. It's surprising that employee turnover is really costly. It gets more costly every year, I think, but basically, it's anywhere from 6 to 9 months of a person's annual base salary to just replace somebody. So the time it takes to train, hire, it's quite expensive. So retention is focusing on retention is a great thing to keep focus on. Lastly, just to kind of wrap things up, there's so many moving parts in an HR department. It's best practices to have company policies outlined in an employee handbook or in an addendum, having detailed job descriptions for all of your employees, and this will help set expectations and keep everybody focused. Also, tackling employee relation issues is really important, and solving these problems will keep the workplace really healthy. So if there's any workplace issues, it's always a good idea to get those done quickly and move forward. That's pretty much it. That concludes my presentation, and thank you for allowing me to share. Have a great day.